Welcome to another episode of Built for More. I'm Jessica and this is Rocco, and today we're going to talk about a moment that he and I each hit rock bottom and how it changed us.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I've had a couple of them in my life, but I remember the most recent one, especially when it comes to fitness, I think the beginning of, like the end of 23, beginning of 24. I was like completely out of shape pretty bad, is what I would say. Because the pandemic was over, I gained so much weight through, and I was just focused on business and growing the firm. And I was still working out, but I was not intentional about it at all. I remember getting up one day and looking in the mirror and like, what the F, dude? And that's when I went and found the coach I work with now to this day. And that completely changed my life. But I had to have that moment where you look in the mirror, because I thought I could do it all. Like I thought, I know how to do everything. I need someone to help me. And I had that moment where like, dude, something's got to change and what you're doing isn't working. That was truly my rock bottom moment when it came to my health and fitness. What about you?
I can't remember exactly what year it was. My kids were a lot younger though, so it's been at least 10 years. And I was always one that it was about my clothes. If I could feel that my clothes were getting tighter, I knew that it was time to start kind of scaling back a little bit, whether that be on my food intake or increasing my cardio if I could. But I think at one of the years I actually hit where I couldn't even fit into my clothes, which was, I pulled out a few jeans, and that's whenever I was having a hard time even buttoning them, and I thought, this is getting crazy. I mean, had moved yet again. I mean, we were averaging, I think I've said in the past, every year to year and a half of moving, and I think it was just right in the middle of it was really starting to take a toll on me. And
do you think like you got to that point? Was it like the diet, or like what caused you to kind of get to that point? Because I know for me, right, it was the stress of my career in building a firm and dealing with all just the BS I was dealing with at the time that took my focus off the ball. For you, what was it?
Oh my gosh, it was the stress of moving. It was the stress of, just raising the kids and trying to do what was best for them and be there for them. And there were so many times where my kids jumped around. They'd go to public school. I homeschooled them. So it could have been it actually could have been a time that I was homeschooling them because I didn't have all that extra free time. Then, I had functions that I had to attend. I mean, there was just a slew of different reasons that was keeping me from that. And just kind of the stress of that was piling on, which was then I was eating more and I just didn't have the time to set aside to go to either to the gym or there wasn't a gym that I was a part of at that moment.
So let me ask this, when you had that moment, like I remember specifically where I was when I had my moment. Like, do you remember that, like, this is enough? Do you remember like the feeling you had or where you were? Either one of those.
In this instance, I don't remember the exact moment, but I do remember at that point realizing that's whenever I shifted, because what I had previously always done is I was always follow a strict diet. That's all I knew. From the minute I started working out and learning from different people, it was, all about the ratio of like protein to carbs. I would weigh my food. So I always did that. But I started recognizing then when I had kids, I didn't want to raise them like that. I wanted them to eat a more healthier, healthier diet. And I didn't want to be the example that was like living this like super regimented life. I just didn't want that.
Yeah.
So at the moment then that I realized that I obviously wasn't doing much of anything other than my weight going up, and I just wasn't, I felt mentally, I just didn't feel good at all. That's whenever I realized that I had to do like a whole 180, and I started just cutting certain I don't know, like you talked about it in past episodes, middle of the grocery store, I was cutting out going down those aisles and buying like processed food.
Let me ask something, because I think you said something important. So you said you did a 180. Like when you say 180, because I think that's a distinction you need to make for people, because we've talked in the past, like not trying to change everything all at once. Like, so was that 180 a true like, hey, I'm just gonna throw everything away and go back to this? Or did you gravitate slowly towards making that transition?
Well, no, that's what I'm trying to explain. I didn't go back to what I had always known, which was like a strict regimented, like weighing my food, like only eating proteins, carbs, like, certain types of carbs and vegetables. I started looking at it more of like my portion sizes, and then I would get out more and walk. And that at that moment I was able to, when the kids were in school, I was able, and we had dogs. So that was kind of like that coincided with getting them out to get them exercise. And that's whenever I started slowly incorporating more of like a lifestyle change.
Yeah.
In a sense. And then I also then started, if I couldn't get to the gym, or like I said, that maybe we weren't in an area that there was a gym that I could join, that's when I really started focusing on stuff at home. And I would do push-ups, I'd do lunges, I'd do like wall squats.
Right.
I was doing a bunch of different types of exercises in addition to the walking, and then just, again, controlling my portion sizes. That helped.
But let me ask this. Okay, so how long did it take you to get out of that rock bottom moment?
I look at it as the rock bottom was whenever the pants wouldn't button.
Okay.
And then it did take time to start, losing the weight to then be able to get back into those jeans.
Did you feel yourself ever like start backsliding? Because I think, again, that's a lot of times I've seen people do. They have that rock bottom moment and then they start making a change and they're not seeing it quick enough and they start backsliding. And that's why for me, like when I had that moment, I had to put the responsibility off on someone else. Not the responsibility, maybe that's the wrong way of putting it, but like that's why I went and hired someone. So I'm like, if I'm paying for this, like a significant amount of money, like I'm gonna follow it. And this person's gonna look at me and learn me. And that has truly been the best investment I've made in my life. Like just because again, a lot of that stuff I already knew, right? Like we've worked out for years, for decades, right? It's not like it's rocket science, but having someone that one, holds you accountable, two, can look at you in a way that you can't see yourself, like that to me was, I knew I would backslide if I was trying to do it myself. Like you have a different level of discipline than I do, obviously, but I had to I was at that point, I'm like, okay, enough is enough. I had to push it off on someone else. Like that was a transition I had to make. So for you, it was more of like, you just kept pushing yourself to do it.
Well, that's where I think it wasn't so much about a number on the scale at that moment. It was more about just getting to the goal of getting in probably those jeans that I was wanting to fit into, or I'm sure even some shirts that were way tighter or whatever I put them on at that point than they were when I bought them.
It's like sliding a sausage into the casing.
Talk about, I've been told it was like, I'm not even going to say that. But anyway, there was a lot of maneuvering and shifting to get into these clothes.
Yeah.
So
that's the worst too. I've had moments in that, like when you have like something you really like wearing, and that was always moments for me where like I'm like, oh, it's a little bit snug. I get so pissed at myself. Like if you have
can't deny it.
No, you can't. You're like, I'm a fatty. I'm a fatty.
Can't.
Yes. Like there were like I have custom suits, right? So that was always my measures. Like, oh man, this suit is getting a little bit snug, like up here, like around here. I hate that feeling. But that never got me to that rock bottom moment. Like it would get me there. I'm like, okay, I'm okay. I had that moment where you just look in the mirror and you're just like, shit, like what am I doing? That's the worst, like when you have, especially just like a favorite piece of clothing you have.
Yes.
And you try and squeeze in, you're like, oh, this is not good.
And it's always that one whenever it's a seasonal, not something that you're wearing every day. Now jeans, like that would have been more something I was wearing every day, or they kind of got lost, in the drawer. And I was like, oh, I forgot about these. Let me pull these out,
But what's funny too, I think with guys, like we're always like, oh, I'm just getting bigger. Like that's like when things get tight on us, we're just like, I'm just putting on size. It's like, nope, put the donut down, Tubby. Like that's really what it is. Because I mean, there are moments where like I would tell myself that I'm like, I'm just bulking. I'm like, nope. Bulking is not, no. Eating Chipotle 3 times a day is not bulking. That's not healthy.
That's true. And then nowadays, I think like with women, the same thing. We can kind of justify it, whatever is taking priority and that's okay, and if we put on a few pounds, we'll lose it when the weather gets a little bit nicer. But I've realized that the older I've gotten, it's a lot harder to even lose those few pounds than it was even, years earlier for me. And that's kind of another wake-up call, I think too,
like the age we're at, and I think that's kind of, we're trying to talk to that audience, right? Like we're both approaching 50. Now it's more about like in the past, like when you competed in the past, I competed in the past, like you can go on a 12-week strict diet and I could go from 18% body fat to 6% body fat, and then go back up. Like it was easy to do. Now it's like, it's so much easier just to stay consistent 80% of the time and keep my body where I am than doing that bulking and cutting and bulking and cutting. Because I used to do it when I was younger, right? You'd bulk, you'd cut, trying to put on size.
Yeah.
Now it's like, it's just so much easier. I always say if I'm consistent and on plan 80, 90% of the time, it gives myself that 10 to 20%. And that is so much easier to do than trying to like eat a bunch of food for 16 weeks, then cut out a bunch of food. And that's what people used to do back in the day. And that was like, and that's those clothes would get tight. They're just like, oh, I'm a tubby.
Well, and the other thing too that I just thought of is something else I remember, and I don't know if you've ever experienced this. back in like years ago, whenever I would have those cheat days, you know,
Yeah.
one, it was supposed to be a cheat meal, and then it would slowly seep into like a cheat day, and
And a
then
cheat
end up
week.
like a cheat weekend or something, you know, like it was
Week.
always like, yeah, right.
Month.
I'd always feel terrible, like kind
Yeah.
of like I do this morning.
Mhm.
And, you know, it's kind of just from all the food that's been eaten over the last few days. Like it physically affects me to where I have to, like it takes at least a couple days
See, that's interesting.
to
'cause
even get back.
I'm a lot different now. Like when I was younger, I felt more like that. Now, because I think because I'm so consistent all the time, that I'll have that day where I'll eat something, and I'm like, I almost feel like my body needs it now more than ever. Because think about
Like what? Like eating what? Give an example of that.
like if I ate like okay, I had tacos and hush puppies last night, that food truck place, like that, you know, but I feel completely fine. I woke up this morning feeling leaner than I did yesterday. But I know my body, right? So if I'm eating I pretty much eat the same shit every day, right? Same amount of protein, carbs, it's pretty on par 80% of the time. When I had that 20% where I'll have like an influx of calories or fat, I feel like where my body is now, it absorbs it so much that now like I end up feeling more energized the next day. It's weird because when I was younger, I'd feel a lot crappier when I'd have cheat days or cheat meals.
Like how could your body crave hush
It
puppies?
doesn't crave
Or like
it.
how could it
It's not
absorb
craving it. It's just the excess calorie. You know what I mean? So my body, because like, think about it, like I work out twice a day, every day almost. I lift heavy. I'm pushing myself. I'm doing cardio. I'm walking 12,000 steps a day. So my body needs it. So when I give my body that extra, I don't wake up feeling like a food hangover. Like now, if I go out and eat like an all-you-can-eat sushi buffet and eat a ton of stuff, it's still, I feel full the next day, but not to the point where you feel like gross. And that's just me. Like I know my body now at this age. Men and women are different too, though. Remember that. Like,
See, I do.
I'm a dude. You're a chick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Thanks for getting that.
Okay, go on. Sorry. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I do feel that. And to me, it's more about just the, I don't know, sometimes there's almost like a level of toxicity I feel like that's being put in my body if there's certain food that I am eating, like
Well, think about it too.
candy and different
Well,
things.
I don't
even
eat
though
that. So that's the difference between you and I, right? Like
okay.
I think
oh,
no.
the sweet. Like I crave sweets.
Yes, like
so,
I'm not a person that craves sweets, right? So to me, like a cheat meal is like something that's either higher fat or higher carb. Like I don't, like sweets for me is like peanut butter. Like I will eat an entire jar of peanut butter in the middle of the night, no problem. But like I don't crave candy, I don't crave like sugar, I don't crave chocolate. To me, it's like I'll have like lobster tacos and hush puppies I had. It wasn't a massive portion of it, right? It was enough where my body, I felt like needed it.
Okay.
So to me, like I think it's different too. I think when you're eating a lot of sugar, that's different, right?
It is different. I mean,
You know,
that does
fats
make,
and carbs necessarily aren't as toxic as pure sugar.
right.
Maybe that's why you feel that way.
I still feel it though, even whenever I eat like a full plate of like, you know, pasta that I hadn't maybe, because I don't really eat like that, or like a big sandwich because I don't eat a whole ton of bread. I'll still kind of feel that fullness more in the morning.
You're also half the size of me too, but you can eat as much as me, I feel like.
I can definitely eat as much
So I
as
mean,
you.
so you're half the size of me, so you know what I mean? So think about that. Yes, if I was eating twice the amount I was eating during my like cheat days, I'd probably feel like shit too the next day.
Okay,
you know.
so we're like speaking like, you know, kind of.
Yeah, but all
but
I was saying is like, this is the point I'm trying to make is I think as you get older, especially in your 40s, you have to be very attuned to your body.
Yeah.
And you kind of got to know what works and what doesn't. I feel like over the past 3-4 years, I've kind of really figured out my body, like what I can eat, what I can't eat, what gives me energy, what doesn't give me energy. So like when I was younger, more into fitness and trying to like push myself, I'd stress out about this. I'd crave those cheat meals or those cheat days, but I would stress about it. So I'm like, I'm gonna feel like shit for 3 days. Now it's like, I don't even think about a cheat meal or a cheat day. It's like if I'm out and I want something, I have it because I know I'm doing the work. I'm still getting up, working out. I'm not skipping days. I'm still eating consistent across the board. It's just so I don't put that mental weight on it, if that makes sense.
It does.
Why? I mean, do you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Okay.
I'm getting distracted.
Yeah, you do get distracted. That's okay.
Very
Go on.
easily.
We are
Yeah.
sitting in a mall, so.
Yeah, there's a lot of things now that
Okay.
are coming by, but that's true. One thing though, I do know, like the older I have gotten, you said something, you would crave that cheat meal.
Yeah.
I don't find that the older I am now that I crave that as
Okay.
much. I agree with you though that I will just kind of eat it and then not think much about it.
Yeah.
And kind of know then the next day, like, you know, today, let's say that I have to just
Get back on the horse.
Yes, like I need to continue to eat the healthier food because I just don't like always the way I feel. I like sometimes to have some of that food, those sweets or whatever, but then I don't really like the way I feel afterwards. So it's just that I naturally get more, you know, no, I have to get back and
well, and I think
that's
the point I would end with, right? Because I think I know I used to do it when I was younger. I think a lot of people do it. It's like, okay, say it's Friday. You get to Friday, I'm like, I'm gonna go out and have a cheat meal. And it's like, wake up next day, you feel like crap. I'm like, well, it's Saturday, I'm gonna have another cheat meal. Then it's like, I'll get back on course on Monday. Like, don't. Just get up Saturday morning and get back to what you do. Like, that's the part that frustrates me, because I talk to people about it. Friends of mine would say, oh, it's like I already cheated today, I'll just get back on the horse Monday. It's like, it's Thursday.
Right.
Like, just because you had wings on a Thursday does not mean you can eat like shit for the next 3 days. It's like, oh, get back on horse Monday.
Right.
Monday's not the end-all be-all start of something. Like, get up tomorrow and get back on horse. But again, I used to be the guy that said that, so I understand where it's coming from, but I think it's about the consistency in anything you do, just being consistent. Yes, you can have those moments, right? And you're gonna hit that, like we talked about at the beginning of this episode, rock bottom. Everybody has that moment in their life, and you have to just be aware when it's there, and then look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm the problem. And that's when change really happens. Like, most people have a hard time taking responsibility. Someone just banged a pan.
I don't know.
got
It's
distracted.
definitely picking up the activity out here.
Okay. So, any final words you would say?
No,
on
just keep moving.
And
When you have that moment, don't let that be the moment that like keeps you down. Let that be the moment that there is a greater opportunity ahead.
yeah, I would say embrace rock bottom.
Yeah.
Like, really, really embrace it, because rock bottom is where change happens. Truly, it does.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks everybody for watching. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up. Comment below if you want to have us talk about something else, because we're just kind of rambling on these episodes. But we'd love to get some feedback from all of you. And what do you always say?
Be strong. Take heart. You're built for more.
See ya.